Hello, on today's video I'm going to show you how to field strip and clean a Glock pistol and reassemble. First things first is remove the magazine from the magazine well. Clear by racking the chamber back and forth. You take the pistol and you point it in a safe direction and dry fire. Once you've done that, rack back the slide and lock the slide into place, and visually and physically inspect and make sure that there's no live ammo in the pistol. To break down the pistol and field strip the pistol, you will take your index and middle finger and wrap them over the top of the slide while keeping your thumb on the back of the pistol. Pull back slightly and you will release the slide forward. Like this. At this point you've got your upper and your lower. Stick your lower frame to the side and remove the recoil spring. To remove the recoil spring, you will slightly push forward on it with your thumb until you feel it pop loose and take it out. Sit it to the side and you'll see that the barrel is starting to be loose. Pull the barrel out and sit it to the side. At this point you have field stripped a Glock pistol. Now on to the cleaning. We'll start with the slide and the slide rails. Take your nylon bristle brush and some cleaning solution or cleaning solvent, and dip just a little bit on the brush and take and clean the parts that need to be cleaned. The parts that need to be cleaned on these are where there's friction, metal against metal, and you want to get any carbon or dust or buildup. It is important to clean your pistol anytime you have fired it. A dirty pistol will malfunction if you don't clean it on a regular basis. Anytime you fire or go practice shooting, you need to clean your pistol. After you've done that, you want to take a cleaning patch and wipe down the grooves and get anything that you just broke loose out. As you can see, it was dirty. Take it the other side and do the same thing. Wipe down, get all that stuff you just knocked loose out. Okay? At that point, I'm going to take a little bit of gun lube, gun oil, and at the back of the slide, where this groove runs all the way down on both sides, okay, I'm going to put one dab or one drop of oil on each side. And then I'm just going to let it run down that slide on its own, let gravity do the work. Okay? At this point, we'll address the barrel. Okay? This is a cleaning rod. It has two purposes. First purpose we're going to use it for is we're going to put a bore brush on it. The bore brush is a copper brush, bristled brush. And all we're going to do is run it through the barrel in the direction that the bullet's fired to clean out any carbon or copper or lead buildup. And literally, you just force it through and force it back. Do not stop halfway and try to go the other direction. You will scratch the inside of it. You want to shove it through several times until you feel like you've cleaned it. Look through it, hold it up to the light, look around, make sure there's nothing going on, visually inspect it, and that's all the bore brush is for. Now to remove the board brush, unscrew it and put back on your patch brush. Your patch brush has a slit in it. I don't know if you can see that. And all you do is you fold this and you lace this through the hole. Like so. And now you're cleaning it out like this. Just multiple times. Get the loose particles out. Now you want to take your brush with some cleaning solvent. You want to, on the outside of the barrel, all the little nooks and crannies, this right here on the bottom is a feed ramp. You especially want to get that. That's what, when the bullet comes in and hits that feed ramp, it puts it into the slot and lets it get ready to fire. You want to make sure that feed ramp's nice and clean and smooth, and no bullets will get hung up on it. Wipe it down. Get all your excess solvent off. And set it to the side. This is your recoil spring. You want to take, and with your nylon bristle brush, just go round and round until you've hit all sides of it. Set it to the side. Now onto the frame. Visually inspect and look at all the components of the frame. Okay, the firing pin, the trigger mechanism. You want to make sure that none of these parts are failing or have been damaged or look like there's nicks or anything in it. It's very important you visually inspect this every time you take apart your pistol. Take your bristle brush. Any part that's in there that your slide, whether it's a moving or mechanical part, you want to take and brush to get any loose or build up carbon off of it. Take your wipe down anything that you see in there. If you just brushed, get it nice and shiny and clean. This is a slide rail kit that your slide goes on. Here, 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 all four of these. These are your parts that have create friction on your slide and those rails that we lubed up. And you also want to lube these up. Just a dab of oil on each one of them. Take your finger, kind of smear it around, and with that excess oil on your finger, just kind of touch all your other metal components in there. Just give them a little bit of lube. Now that's nice and lubed up. Take your barrel, your slide, place your barrel back into the, like this. Take your recoil spring. Make sure you put it in correctly. A small portion of it goes to the back with the metal washer. I'm going to put the front portion in first. I'm going to compress the spring and lower it down into that notch. Once it's seated, you'll see it. At that point, you want to take the lower receiver and line up the two grooves on the bottom with the top and slide them back. Pull the slide back until you feel it lock into place. Check it for operating correctly. Dry fire the pistol by placing it in a safe direction. Rack it. Dry fire it again in a safe direction. And you know you've properly assembled the semi-automatic pistol. At this point I'm going to take one more clean patch. The lube that I use is an all-purpose. It's also a synthetic exterior lube that lubes the exterior. Put a few drops on the pad and wipe down the complete exterior of the gun. This is a polymer frame gun, and it likes to be wiped down and lubed. Makes it look good, feels nice, and it doesn't keep the gun, this thing dry. This lubrication, when it's on the polymer, it actually dries dry to a dry touch. It doesn't keep like the gun like slippery after it dries. Okay? If you enjoyed, remember, be safe. Always clean your gun after shooting it. Have a good day.